here we are making a boost converter circuit. So where first we have to generate a frequency. So frequency generated by 555 timer circuit. This is our 555 timer IC. There is one pin for grounded, second pin for trigger, third pin for output, fourth pin for reset, and fifth pin for control, and sixth pin for threshold, seventh pin for discharge, eighth pin for VCC. Here is we use 555 timer circuit as a stable mode. It generates in a stable mode square wave. 8 and 4 pins are sorted to the VCC, and 8 and 7 pin through connected R1 resistor. Then 6 and 7 pin are connected through R2 resistor, and 6 and 2 pin are sorted and then connected to 6th and 1 pin are connected through a capacitor, and then 5th pin is left open. There is formula for the frequency calculated time on period time. T on is equal to 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C, and T off is equal to 0.693 into R2 into C. We are generating around 13 kilohertz frequency. You can see that there is total time period T is equal to 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C, and duty cycle T on by T is equal to around R1 plus R2 upon R1 plus 2R2 is equal to 60%. Because we are generating around 2 times volt, so there is duty cycle around 60%. Then you can see that the card frequency we using 30 kilohertz, and then corresponding time period 0.034 millisecond, and R1 is equal to 100 ohm. Then you put these values in the formula, then you get the R1 and R2 nearly equal to 100 ohm, and R2 is equal to 200 ohm. The generally capacitor choose for 555 timer circuit is 100 nanofarad. Explaining the working of the boost converter circuit, my input is 5.5 volt. In the gate pin is connected to the 555 timer of the output. In the positive pulse, drain and source are connected, so the inductor is charged through the battery. So my other circuit is disconnected through the circuit. Short circuit is so the 2 millihenry inductor charged through the input battery 5.5 volt, and in the off pulse, drain and source are open, so the stored energy in the inductor is going pass through the capacitor, and capacitor store this energy, and this energy stored by the capacitor is dissipated in the 1 kilo ohm resistor. So we are actually measure the output across 1 kilo ohm resistor.
So now we are explaining the working of the circuit. This is our 555 timer IC. It is used for generating the frequency. The first pin of the IC is connected to the ground of the power supply. Now the second pin of the IC and the sixth pin of the IC is shorted. It is shorted through these wires. Here you can see that it is shorted. Now the third pin of the IC is connected to this white wire to the output, to the gate of the MOSFET. This is our MOSFET, so it is connected to the gate of the MOSFET. Now the fourth pin of our IC is shorted with the 8th pin, and it is connected to the VCC of the power supply, that is 7.5 volt. Now fifth pin, that is our fifth pin, it is left open. Now sixth pin is shorted. Seventh pin is connected to VCC through this resistor. You can see that the resistor, it is a 100 ohm resistor. Seventh pin is connected to this, and now seventh and sixth pin are connected by a 200 ohm resistor. These are 200 ohm resistor, and it is connected to a 100 nanofarad capacitor. It is 100 nanofarad capacitor, and it is grounded. So this is how our 555 circuit works. Now we get the output of the 555 from the third pin, and it goes to the input of the gate. So now our MOSFET circuit is like this. These are inductors, 1 millihenry inductors, two 1 millihenry inductors are connected in series, so we get 2 millihenry combination. It is connected to the VCC. It is positive VCC. It is connected to VCC, and now it is connected to the diode, and through the diode it is connected to capacitor, which is in parallel with the load resistance, and our source is shorted. Here we get the output. During the off cycle, the capacitor gets charged, and we get our output across our power supply. Is our battery. So I am checking the voltage of the battery. It is providing around 7.5 volt. It is the ideal voltage of the battery, but when we connect it to the circuit, the voltage gets decreased due to the loading effect. So we get the voltage at the input of the inductor. It is around 5.4 volt. So this is our input. It is around 5.4 volt. So now we can check the output of the circuit. since the output has ripple, we can check it through the so now we are checking the output of the circuit. It is output is across the RL resistor. It is 1 kilo ohm. So the output of our circuit is around 10.7 volt. That is actually doubling the voltage. The input is 5.4 volt and our output is around 10.7 10.8 volt. So this is how our circuit works.